Why it is important to have hashtag when building social media application development. Is it important to have this in your application development? Why you are on Facebook, LinkedIn, X, when you put a post, you put a hashtag. I'm going to help you to answer these questions today with this Spring Boot and Neo4j application development. Hashtag are used for grouping similar posts, like grouping them related posts or categorizing these posts. We can also use hashtag for recommendations. If you are building a social media application, it's good to build a good recommendation system by putting your post in certain category, in certain hashtag. This can also help your post to reach many users. I'm going to show you step by step how you can achieve this in Neo4j, and we are going to also use GraphQL. I love GraphQL because I'm using Graph always, so it's better to use my GraphQL and Neo4j Graph database to achieve this in a better way. Let me show you an example. I'm going to show you how you are going to build what you are seeing on this screen. So if you see here, if I send a request, I will get the post, related post, which are similar to the one that I'm viewing. So this thing matches hashtag Neo4j. If I go here, it matches Neo4j. So I'm able to build recommendation using this hashtag. In the future tutorials, I can also show you how we can discover trending topics using these hashtags on our application development. So if I come to here, GraphQL, you can see these two posts that I showed you, hashtag Neo4j here and here, hashtag Neo4j. What we are seeing here, these two posts, they are sharing the same hashtag, which is the Neo4j. This is the hashtag. And because they share the same hashtag, I can easily know that these are related posts. So I can recommend this post. So in my recommendation, I try by all means to build a better recommendation. I showed you about collaborative filtering, content-based filtering, social filtering, hybrid filtering, so that we can build an application that you can recommend things in all ways, right? So I will show you step by step how we are going to develop this and how we are implementing this. Remember, we are using Spring Boot and we are using virtual threads. For performance sake, we are using virtual threads, which were introduced in Java 21. If you are interested with this tutorial, can you watch it till the end? Let's take a look for this post. As you can see, this post, if you go to description, this post does not have any hashtags. Let's say we created a user with hashtags, something like hashtag code with bisq, hashtag spring, hashtag neo4j. So for this thing to group them and use them for similarity, because if this post has a hashtag Neo4j and this post has a hashtag Neo4j, it means these posts are from Neo4j, and we can use also hashtag for recommendation or for similarity. So what we can do now, I want to create a hashtag. Let's create a hashtag here, a node. So for our nodes, let me just minimize this. So far we have these few nodes. We want to add a hashtag node. So I would just want to say, let's say it's called Neo4j. Create a node, then I'll say hashtag. And it's going to be a new node, hashtag. And for an ID, I'll just put any random number here. And let's say we put a tag, and the tag is called Neo4j. We just say Neo4j. and we just say the day this thing was created. I say created at, and just say local date time. So if it's like this, let me open UUID generator. We can get a UUID generator. I just want to copy this one and come to our Neo4j, and this is our ID. I want to paste it here. So if I run this, we'll create a new hashtag. You can see one label has been added, this one. So this is the hashtag, and I can change the color. Let me put, for hashtag, let me put to another color which you do not have. Gray is common. I just want to put to the, what do you think about this one? Yeah, let's use this one. So if you see this, it means it's a what? It's a hashtag, and the tag is Neo4j. So let me copy this. We need this into our code. I will copy this one, and let's add it in our Cypher query. Then I'll just say hashtag node, and I'll paste this query, and we are going to use it in our Java code in just a few minutes. Then let's come back again here. So we have this hashtag Neo4j. Let's say this post is a hashtag Neo4j. So what I want to do here, I just want to look for, let me just click post. Let's take a look at this post. So what I want to do here, I just want to say match, and we want to add this relationship. I can just say match, in the post that I'm trying to look at, it's post, and we can look for the post ID, remember. And for the post ID, let me just look for this post one. I want to copy this post ID, and here you just say return. So if I do this, I can return this post, right? This is the post. So I want to add a relationship. So what do I want to do? I want also to match the hashtag that we created here. Let me go this hashtag. So you can just say comma. Here it's a hashtag, this one, and we want to fetch for the ID that we just created, and the name of the ID here, it's going to be, or let me just say hashtag. Let me search by the tag. Let me search by the tag, which is Neo4j, and we can return what? We can return this this hashtag. So let's try to fetch this. So you see, currently this post does not belong to this hashtag. So let's try to add, like, this post has this hashtag. So I can just say merge I think you are now understand. Merge post in our relationship. Remember, I'll just say relationship and it's this post is this hashtag. Then it will create a new line here. From this line to this one, this is going to be our relationship. So this means this post is this hashtag. So if this post has many hashtags, we are going to see many arrows here. So what I want to do now, we want to say on create set. So it means when you are creating this for the first time, we are just want to say relationship dot created date equals to local date time, right? And we want the updated date. And let's remove this because this is going to be the last one. And here on match set, and I can copy this one. In case maybe you updated the post and this tag is already exists, you can just say this has been updated this time. So if I do this and run this, you can see this post has this hashtag. So if I maximize so with this relationship, this is how we create relationship. This post has this hashtag. If your post in your description you put many hashtags, we are going to create these nodes dynamically using the query that I showed you. So let's copy this one, and this query is for add post hashtags. Okay, so this is the hashtag. So this is the add post hashtag relationship. So what we want to do now, let's say you want to update, we want to delete. So if it's an updating post, maybe we need to remove all the hashtag to that post and create new hashtags again. So to do that, let's try to delete this one. So to delete this post, it's simple. You can see here we have looked for this post, and so here it's going to be image, right? And we have this. So we can look for the post and we can look for what. So what we can do, if you want, we can delete. So to delete all the hashtag for this post, you can remove this. We can look for all this, for all the relationship that we have. So we say, and what we can do, let's copy this relationship and let's put it here. So this is the relationship. This post has this hashtag, and we just say delete. We can delete all the relationships, but the hashtag will remain. So if I do this, if I run this one, the relationship has been deleted. If I click hashtag, if I try to maximize this, you can see the post is no longer have that hashtag. So this is the query that you want. We can delete all relationship when you're updating the post, then we can create hashtags again. So I can come here and I'll say delete post hashtags, and I can do this delete post hashtags. Okay, so this is the query. These are the query. These are the query that we want in our code. So I have this one, which is called tag extractor, which I have created already. So I don't want to explain many things. So from the description that we are going to look to put, we are looking for the words that start with the hashtags, and we get the words, and we can remove the hashtag here from the word that has been extracted from this regex pattern. Then we can get the list of hashtags. So if the word say this is hashtag, let me comment like this. This is awesome tutorial hashtag, let's say at the end user say hashtag Neo4j, hashtag Spring, hashtag code with Bisq. Then it will return something like this. We are going to get a list of Neo4j, comma, Spring, comma, code with Bisq. If we got these words, we try to look if they exist here. If the hashtag does not exist, we need to create a new hashtag node. If it exists, we then get that hashtag and create relationship. This is what we want to achieve here. So this is the text extraction. So what I can do, we can come to our post service here. When we are creating a new post here, I can say, after doing this, I can say attach hashtags, right? Then this is the post that has been saved, and I want the description of the post, which is this one. Let me refactor here. Then I will attach hashtags to, so we want to attach hashtag from this post, so I can do this, right? So what I want to do from this hashtag, from our method extract hashtag, this one, I'll just say description, and I will get this list of hashtags that has been extracted from our description. Then if just say collection, if it's empty, just return. We don't do anything. If our description does not have any hashtag, we don't do anything. But if we have hashtags, so what we need to do is to go through over this hashtag one after the other. So I'll just say for each. So for each hashtag, what we need to do, we need to first find this hashtag, if it exists in our, if that hashtag exists, that hashtag, let's say Neo4j, exists in our database. So what I can do, I just say private hashtag. So I need to create a new record here, and I can come here, I will just say hashtag. I will create a new record. Remember, I'm using Java 22. I'll just say hash. We have string ID, string, we have string tag, and we also have local datetime, which is created at. It's okay like this. We don't update the hashtag. Then I will just copy this, and let's import our hashtag, and I say get hashtag here. This is the tag that we want to look at. So it's simple here. Here we just say return, and Neo4j client dot query. Let me add my query here, and then we say match like this, and we are looking for, I'll just say hashtag, and it's of type hashtag. And what we can do, I'll just say the tag, it's going to be here. I'll just say, remember, we just say dollar tag like this, and we can return hashtag dot id is id, comma, hashtag dot tag is tag, it's fine, hashtag dot created it is created it. So if it exists, we are going to get something. If it does not exist, we can return empty. So let's make this optional, because the record can be right. Then we want to do what? Bind. We want to pass this tag, and we want to this tag. So we want to replace, where we put dollar tag, we want to replace with this value, which is coming from here. This is the record that we want to find. Then from here, we just say fetch, and we expect to get one record. We are not expecting to get many records. Then here, I'll just say map. As usual, just do this. And remember, we are using JSON utility from map, which is our string map, to hashtag, string like this. It will return, let me put uppercase here, let's try. Okay, so we are going to get this hashtag. So this is what we want to do first. So in here, we just say get hashtag, and we put this s, and it's going to be what? It's going to be an optional. And here I would want to put an optional like this. And here I'll just say hashtag. By default, the hashtag, I just want to say hashtag like this. Then I will say hashtag, let me just say hashtag equals to hashtag optional like this, or else get this one. So from this, I want to create a new hashtag if it does not exist, right? Or else. So else part is when it's now. Remember, we are using this lambda functions. So the else part, it's now. So if it's now, I just want to create a new hashtag. And this one, I just say create hashtag. I'll just say create a new hash tag, and I'll pass that tag, which is s, which is here, or I can refactor this to say tag, and I can pass this one, and it's going to return this. So let me create this method. So this one, it's also simple. Neo4j client dot query, put these ones, right? So the query to create here, we already have it. Let's go to our Cypher query, and let me try to copy this. What I want to do, let me just copy this one and come back here. It's going to be a simple one. And here for the ID, I will just say dollar ID. Here I will just say dollar tag that you want to create. Dollar tag. For local datetime, I can leave it like this, no worries. And what I want to do here, we just want to bind data here. So I'll just say bind ID, like the ID is going to be UUID, like what we did, UUID random UUID.toString. We are going to get a random UUID, and we want to bind it to the ID. And let's duplicate here the tag here. We want to replace here with the tag. So the tag is going to be replaced when we put $tag, and we are okay. And after doing this, we can just say dot fetch. Okay, we can fetch our record, and we can, so after creating it, we need to return this hashtag. So let me just say return we can return this hashtag. So we need here to return that one record. So before I do that, I can say 1, right? And I can map it to like what we did before. I can map this one into, if I say JSON utility dot from map, then I'll put a comma, and we want to return this hashtag dot class, or else I'll return a null. So this means I'll be able to create a new hashtag with this, and here we are binding this ID. It's this one because we put $ID, and we are binding it with the UUID, and our tag is this one that we want to create. And after we put a return, means after creating this, we want to return a record. That's why we put this map, and it is going to return a record. So by doing this, a new record has been created. So we are now left with adding the relationship. So adding the relationship, it's simple. We can just say add hashtag relationship, add post hashtag relationship. So by doing this, what we can do, I can pass the post, and I can pass, and here the post is this one, which is called save. So let me do this. Is the one that has been saved first. Then we can pass this tag. So let's create this method. So here it's going to be also fun, because we just say Neo4j client dot query. Remember, as usual, we want to add this relationship in our cipher. We just come here and copy this relationship that we have put here. Just copy this, because you know this query is working fine. And here we can replace with the $ID and $tag. Then we are okay. What we need to do now is to bind. I can say post.id, and I can bind it to $ID, to that $ID, and I can also bind that tag to that $tag that we put over there. And after doing this, I can run. So we are not returning anything, we are not fetching anything. So what I can do, I can remove this return. I don't want to return anything here. Let me remove this. And after running this, it's just creating the relationship. and we are okay with this. So what I can do now, I think our code is now fine. I think it's time for us to test this, and let me do this, and we are saving a new post with the hashtag. So let me restart the application and test this logic. Okay, so what we need to do, let's come to our Swagger and let's go to our post, and this is the post, and we need to put a description here. I will just say awesome tutorial, please find it on my channel code with Bisq. Then I'll just say hashtag Neo4j, comma, hashtag Spring Boot, hashtag coding. So if I try, let me try and see if we are getting any issue. So it was successful, but if you come here, if we click the hashtag, so if I only have hashtag, the problem is that our code is this one that we implemented. It's for the create page post. So what I want to do, I just want to copy this logic. It's going to be the same. I want the one for one user, create user post. So I just want to do this, and let's restart again and create another post. So here it's hashtag awesome tutorial. I just say best tutorial, and let me execute and see. This time we have an error. Let's take a look to this error. So here I have an error. I didn't put a comma after here. So let's test again and try. So if I test again, we get 201. So I think we do not have any issue here. So let's see if we have now the hashtags with relationship. You can see we are now have many hashtags now, and let's try to expand. You can see this hashtag belongs to this tutorial, base tutorial. So let me expand this. You can see all these hashtags. So this is the user who owns this post, and this post has all these hashtags. So this is how we implement hashtags, and we'll be able to know if we have another comment. Let's try to create another comment with the same hashtag and see again what's really happening. So this will help us for our similarity. And let's say another user, just say, please, another user say full Neo4j tutorial, check it guys, and that person puts this hashtag. So if I try to execute again, nothing is going to happen. So let me try to click it again. So the problem that we have, we are having these duplicates, because our find here, you can see we are trying to find by hashtag, and our node have this hashtag. So what we need to do is to look here. It has a different label. So we need to do this so that they belongs to one label. So if I do this and rerun the application, it's going to work fine. So I will delete the details first. So I'll just say match hashtag detach delete I want to delete everything, all these hashtags. And to be sure, we can delete everything now. So we don't have any hashtags now. So for the comments, what I want to do, let's start with the full Neo4j tutorial. So I'll just say Spring and Neo4j. Spring and Neo4j integration full tutorial. And we added Neo4j Spring Boot and add coding, and I can execute now. So after executing, if I come here and I want to reload this, and I can go to my database, now we have this hashtag, and from this hashtag I now have this one. So I have created this one. So if you go to this one, I just put two hashtag Neo4j and JavaScript. So if you come here, you can see for these hashtags. So let me change the label for the color for hashtag, and I can put this one. So these hashtags, this one you can see, this hashtag is for Neo4j, and this one is for JavaScript. So for Neo4j, we now have two posts which are sharing the same hashtag, this one and this one. So this is how we can implement the hashtag. So for similarity search, it's going to be easy, and we are going to implement this in GraphQL. And after implementing it, we are going to see these the similarities. Let's say you showed a post and you are looking for the post with similarities which have the same hashtags. So what I can do now, let's go into update. So here we are okay now. So this is how we can add our relationship, and this add hashtags. Okay, for this was for post. And okay, after updating the post here, we need to, this is the logic to update the post. So what I want to do here, we need to add also this hashtag and the post ID which we have saved. So I just want to say this one, get description, but now we want to look for the post first, because we want to look for the post. So what I can do, usually we can do this, say repository, post repository dot find by ID, and we can pass this post ID, and we can get this post optional. But for me, I don't prefer this way. This way, it's going to work if I do this and say get, it's going to work, right? But the problem is that I prefer to run queries, like to run these queries, because this is going to be a social media application. So if I run a query, I will be able to get only few details that I want. So if there are some relationship in our post repository, because a junior developer can come here and put a list of relationship, and he can pull all the data from our database, and for performance issue, it's not good for performance. So I prefer to do this manually. So here I'll just say private. Let me just make it public post, and I'll just say get post by ID, and here I'll just pass string ID return Neo4j client query. Here I'll just say match post. We are looking for this one. In the ID, it's going to be $ID. and return post.id as id, and we can return other things like post dot, I think it's description, and here I forgot to put a comma, and here I can duplicate edited as edited, command V, created it as created it, command G, updated it as updated it, and I can remove this last comma. So after doing this, then we just say bind, I'll pass the post ID to ID, then I can fetch. So if I fetch, I would want to return the record. If I don't want to return record, I just say run. Then I can say 1 because it's a 1 record that we are going to get. We are getting item by the resource by ID. Then we can map this one, and you can just say JSON utility dot from map string object map comma, and we want to return this post. And I think it's okay. Let me make this optional. Optional post. So I will come here and I will replace here with get post by ID, and this can be now. So I'll just say get, if we want to, if the ID doesn't exist, why don't we get or else I'll throw an exception, because we're trying to get a record which does not exist. So we can throw an exception. It means this record doesn't exist. So before you do this, we need to delete the existing tags. So what I can say, delete post tags, and here I can pass the post ID before I create the new ones. So I can do this, and I just say Neo4j client.query, and we can copy our query here, just say dot bind the ID, which is the post ID to, I can say to ID, then I can say run. Then let's copy our query to delete the existing ones, the existing relationship, and we create a new one because we are updating the post description. So after doing this, we need to put this here, and here I'll just replace with the $ID. So we can delete this and everything is going to be fine. The relationship for this post will be deleted. So this is how we can implement the hashtagging, updating and creating and all of sort of things, and we'll be able to create similarity between hashtags. I think we are okay with this implementation. So the next thing, let's open our recommendation system, and we want to get a post using GraphQL. After we get a post, we can get the similarity post. This similarity post, we are using the tag to get the similarity post, because this post, if it belongs to the same tag, like the example that I showed you, if this post belongs here, we need to get the similarity, which is this one, because this post also belongs to what? To Neo4j. So you can see this post is this and this one is this, so we can get this one. So what I want to do, let's open our recommendation service, which we created on our previous tutorial. So let's first go here, and here I just want to copy this thing. I just want to copy this one, and here I'll just say post, right? And from the post, I want to get this I want to get related post with the same details like these ones. So what I want to do now, here we are getting in on our query. Last time we were getting personalized post, but right now I want to get a get post, and here we want to pass the ID, and it's going to be a string, and it's going to return a post. So this is the implementation that we are going to have here. So we can get the post. So if we say get by ID, we can get this post. In the post, we are going to have similar related post, and this related post are the ones that we just did with the tagging by hashtag. So I think here we are okay. The next thing is going to our API. So in our API, we already created this one. So let me just copy the query mapping for this one. And here it's going to be a one record. Remember, here it's going to be a post. So what I want to do here, if you go to our schema, it's going to be what? This one. And you can get a post. So this was for personalized. So I want to just to copy this one and create another one called post. This is going to be my generic one. So for the service here, we are going to have, let me delete this because we want to get by ID, and here it's going to be string ID, and I can delete this. This is the post ID. So from the post here, I can say get post, and I can pass the ID from the post service. Let's add the implementation for this. So our implementation, just to get this one, it's going to be an easy one. Remember, let's just copy. I think now you are used to this now. I just say neo4j.query, and okay, I will put this query somewhere, and here we have this one. So for now, I just want to do this. Let me just say string get post by ID. We are going to add that implementation here, and to add the cipher query. We are going to add the cipher query very soon. Then here we just say bind. We want to pass the ID dot true ID, and we want to fetch. Then we are expecting a one record because we are searching by ID, and also we can now map to our JSON utility dot from map comma post dot class. Or else throw. If we don't have this post, I don't know what happened. It means someone is trying to open a record which does not exist or which has been deleted. You can throw an exception, so it's fine. Then this is the get post, and the get post is fine. So we need the implement to add a cipher query here. So let me just put 3 quotations here. So what we want to do, last time you see on our union, what we need to do, we just want to copy from here. So this is what we want to do. So I can copy from here and up to here. So I can copy and paste this, which was our union for personalized. So here it's going to be a post, and I'll just say post. We are looking into the post and we are looking for this ID, which is $ID. So that's why we put, we are looking for this post, and we are looking for the owner, we are looking for the number of likes of that post, and everything that we implemented here. If you haven't watched our personalized recommendations, you can watch the previous tutorial, because we are continuing from that. So for you to understand this, you must have a basic knowledge with the previous tutorials. So this is by fetch by ID, and we can go here and it's going to return. So this is the ID that we bind, and our controller is like this. So let's try to test this one. And it's going to be running. Yeah, it's going to be running here and on port 2027. So what I want to do here, it's going to be 2027, this path. Okay, for the posts that we have here, we added this method, which is get post. If you come here, you can see this is the name of the method that we created, which is get post, and it matches what we have in our schema, and it's going to return a post. So here it's not supposed to be an array. I'm sorry for that. So let's run again the application. It's supposed to return a 1 record. Okay, so in our post main, we need to copy the bearer token, and we need to come into here, and we just say authorization. Let me reload, sorry. And here I'll just say authorization, because we added security and we are using keycloak. So if I do this and click this one, here it's reacted friends. So let me just put this or let me delete, because that one is not there. I'll just say there's no related. We have related. So far in our post, we have related post. So sorry for that. Related post, and let me try to run this. Here, I think it's an ID. Okay, so after doing this, we have managed to get this. So far for related post, we don't have anything. We are going to use the tags, and if we get post here and we put the ID, because if you go to our controller, we pass this as an ID. And if you go to our get post like this, let me go here. If we look to our return, it said post ID as post ID. So I think we are okay now. And this is related post. So far we don't have anything. It's now that's why we are seeing now here. So if we are using GraphQL, the advantage of GraphQL is this: if I remove this and delete this, it's only retrieve the information that we said that we want. So what you want to do now, we need to now implement the related post, and we need to get similar post. So what we can do, let's come back here in our Neo4j and find a query. Let's think of this post. Let's say this is the post I want to, let's copy this post ID, and I want to look for this one. Okay, introduction to Neo4j. Check it, guys, and the hashtag it's Neo4j, and we have the other one with the JavaScript. So if we come back here, you can see there's this one. We are sharing the Neo4j. There's other post with the Neo4j hashtag. So we want to get this one, you know, are related. So the cipher query for this one, it's going to be a simple one. So what we can do, we just say match, and we want to look for this post that we are currently have. So we just say post. We want to look for this similar to the post that we fetched, and here I'll just say ID, and I will put this ID, and I will return this post. Let's just test. So we have this post now, right? So if I expand this post, you can see it is this one with the hashtag Neo4j, and we have other posts which has the same hashtag. So what I want to achieve now, we want to look, we just add a relationship here, and we just say, let's look for the post which has this hashtag. Let's look for hashtag. We need the hashtag of this post, right? So for this post that we are currently looking at, it has this hashtag, which is JavaScript and Neo4j. So we need now to look for other posts which shares the same hashtag with the one that I have. So here I will just say add another relationship. We're now looking for those posts, and I'll just say similar post, and I'll just say post. So if I do this and I'll put here, I just say hashtag, and I will say similar post. We are going to have something like this. Let's say so here is so you can see now I'm able, for this post that we looked at, from this post that you are looking at, we want to retain the similar. So the similar is going to be this one. So what I can do now is just remove this. I just want to look for from these similarities, and I can do this. Let's come to our code, and I would want from get our ID this one, and we are looking for the post. So I just want to copy everything that we did here, and I want to paste here. So for the post here, we are now looking for the similar post, and here it's no longer this one. So we are now looking for the number of people who. So let's replace this with the post, and we can replace the post with the post, because we are looking for the similar post. We are now looking for the similar post. I think we are okay here. So let me try to look this one. Okay, let me remove that return, sorry. So when I copied here, so let me copy this also. Sorry for that. I'll need to do this, that this similar post it has an owner. And I can do this and it's going to return this record. So now we have get this, which is a similar post, the one with Spring Boot, Neo4j, Spring Boot and coding. These are similar posts to the one that you are looking at. But we need also to add some limitation, because that one, it's going to be in a list, because we are going to have a list of similar posts. So I can come here and it's going to be a list. Maybe there will be maybe 100. So what I want to do, I just want to paginate these things, and here you just say skip 0 and size, it's going to be 10. And let's try here, it's going to be similar post, because we want to order by similar post. Yeah, like this. So this is the query that we want to get the similar post. I think you are now understanding the flow of what's really happened and why we added hashtags. The whole idea is to have posts which are similar to that one. Now I can copy this one, this query, and I can come here and I'll just say string get similar posts by get similar post, and I can do this now. And what I want to return here, what I want to replace is just the post ID. I want to know similar post like this. So if I come here, I just want to copy for similar post, it's going to be the is one. So I just copy this one, get post, and I'll just say get similar post. Here I just say post ID, and here it's going to be a list. Let's implement this. I think we are okay. So the query is quite easy. Let's just grab this, and I can paste here, and here it's not, we don't want this. And here we just say post ID, and we are binding it to the what? To the ID. And for the size, and I think it's fine to add also size and page. So let me go to our repository. Here, I'll just say $page $size, and I'll come back here. Okay. Then here it's supposed to return a list of posts. And if you go to our schema, we are returning a list of posts. So these are going to be our related posts. So let's copy this one because we want to replace this. We just copied everything, but we want to get to use this cipher query to get the similar post. That's where we put our implementation for that. So what we need to do now, this is similar posts, get similar posts. We need now to edit in our controller in here. So what we did previously, it was personalized posting. So we need to add a schema mapping. So what it does in here, let me drag this so I can now delete this. So in here, if you say we need related post, we need to call that details from the database, so you can get related posts which are related to this one based on these hashtags. So what we can come here and we can copy a schema mapping, and we can do this. And here, remember, it's going to be a list of posts. So I can say list of posts like this, and it's going to be related posts. And here the schema type, it's of post, right? And here we need to return this dummy data that we have here. We just say post service dot get related post, and we need to get from this post ID. And let's get maybe just 5, page 0, and we want to get just 5, right? And from here, what I want to do, let's put an executor service, this one. Related post list. So if we go to this post, you can see we have this related post. So we are now using this field to match this. So here I say get related post, and we can rerun the application and test. So let's run this. So here we are having an issue. Here it's a post. That's the issue that we have. So let's run this again. It was a casting issue here. So we can run this. And we can see we can now get the related post. So I can also copy everything that is in here. So I can just copy all these fields. Maybe I will need these fields also. And I can run this, and you can get all this. This is the content. And if you look at this post, it is Neo4j. And also if you come and look this one, it is Neo4j. So that's why this one, we able to pick this one as a related post. So this is how we can achieve related posts using tagging. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you are new to this channel, you already know, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's meet on another video tutorial. Salut coders.